This week with Tera Lawlar and your volleyball team, you start off conference against Kelly Walsh and Natrona. Natrona is a team I know last year you mentioned something about after the Highland Invitational you wanted to stop going or get away a little bit from going so much high and outside. I know in years past, Natrona has been a team that was very much not that way. They were very diverse, but they've lost just about everyone. Emily Robertson's gone, Lauren Talbert's gone, Sarah Jones is gone, Abby Switzer's gone. And one of their players coming up, Katie Mayhew, has moved to Oregon. Do you know anything about Natrona? I know I saw they played close with Kelly Walsh, who played close with Cheyenne East.
That's about what I know. I know that they have an outside, I believe, Christy Deck, that still is a returner. She did some damage last year. She's a solid player. And I just think that the Casper schools, they're well-versed in volleyball. They're smart, strategic players. And so I'm definitely not expecting them to come in without weapons. They'll have weapons. I think they'll just be unknown weapons at this point, and they'll make themselves seen and heard throughout this season.
With Kelly Walsh, they'll have now junior Madison Vintage, and from what I understand, Hallie Jimenez, her setter, will be back for them. Now that she's an upperclassman, what do you do to prepare to go against a player like her? What are her skill sets, and what are maybe some weaknesses of her?
You know, Kelly Walsh is a solid team. They've been solid. He always creates kids he diversifies. And even though Madison is a great player, and she has been ever since her freshman year, her strengths are that she can keep the ball in the court. She can be out of system. They can give her the ball, and she can still put heat on the ball or place it in a location which causes us troubles. Their setter did get injured last year, and I did hear that she was back. She runs a quicker offense, and so their strengths are definitely that they can get more kids involved. They have a really nice middle, too. I think her name is Peyton Stacks.
Yep.
And so she hits high, she hits hard, she hits the tray. And so that will be the fastest offense I expect to see so far this season for us.
For you, what do you want to improve upon from the first 2 weeks to this week in 3 days, if you can?
I think the most important thing, I mean, we've done well, and I'm proud of our girls. I did see a couple of times, both at Cokeville and then also in Pocatello, where we lost our composure or where we just kind of let the opponents get a run of too many points at one time. And we've got to be able to stop that. We've got to be able to settle down, get the pass to the setter, and just make it easy again, high and outside or something clean to give the ball to the opponent so they make the error. Instead, we lost our composure, and we never got the ball back over the net for 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 points at a time. And that's just too hard then to try to compensate for. When you finally get your feet back underneath you, you've now dug yourself a hole. So composure will be key. We also need to work on quicker timing at the block. Our block is still really slow, and we need to get that quicker, especially when we know we're going to play teams like Kelly Walsh with fast arm swings in seams. We need to be able to get our feet there and be already down and loaded, ready to explode up so we can block quicker.
Do you think the passing is something that'll come as you got a lot of players playing back row without much varsity experience doing that?
You know, I hope so. I think that's just, you get better playing volleyball by playing volleyball. You get better by passing and serving by passing and serving. So we do stats after every game, and we show the girls where we're at. And a 3 pass is considered perfect. We had games in Pocatello that we were passing a 2.5, 2.54, which is amazing. That means that the setters have almost every option available. We also had games where we were passing a 1.2, a 1.3. And when we pass like that, we're taking away our options, and we are going back to that high and outside, predictable, what we're going offense. And so we need to get our passing down, but I'm a true believer that this is early on in the season, and we are going to get better. It's just those little things where you learn not to reach, make sure you take that extra step, get underneath the ball, and so I'm hoping that with more touches, we improve.
As Coach Tera Lawlar, we will be there for Saturday's game, I believe, for Natrona on mylocalradio.com. Thanks so much and good luck.
Thank you, Jake.